Ooh, big hands. Hey there, welcome to Independence Guitar. I hope you are doing good out there. I have no complaints here, as one of my favorite YouTubers would put it.
I'm fine. I'm chilling. I'm smoking a doobie.
So today I'm going to be going over 5 riffs that get me amped, and the band is Chimaira. So for this, I'm going to need a little backstory. The band that got me into listening to music was Nirvana. Nevermind is probably always going to be one of the best albums ever recorded in production and songwriting. Eventually, a friend would get me into the Smashing Pumpkins, and it was when watching the video from The End is the Beginning is the End, I saw the bass that Darcy was playing, and I was like, whoa, I gotta go get me one of those. And so 12-year-old me begged my parents for a bass guitar, and I got a little Dean Markley bass amp and a PV, I don't know what it's called, but it was black and white, and it was kind of a piece, but I loved it. So I must have worn out like 5 copies of Siamese Dream before I moved on to something else. And I played in a bunch of bands with my friends, and I got an acoustic guitar, and I wanted to be a songwriter and play all kinds of instruments. So one day after band practice, that my drummer at the time would play a little snippet of a song, only like maybe the first minute and a half. But I heard it and I was like, oh my God, what was that? It was so heavy, and it completely changed the way that I looked at music. Just that one little clip. Eventually, like, he told me it was Chimaira, and that band name kind of went to the back of my mind until one day somebody left a compilation CD in the car, and I put it in, and it was a live version of Eyes of a Criminal. And I just remembered Mark Hunter, which I didn't know his name at the time, getting on the mic and saying, "Ladies and gentlemen, Rob Arnold, lead guitar." And from that moment on, when I heard that solo, I wanted to be a guitarist. So going back, I had to find the song that my friend had showed me, because I didn't know what it was called. I just knew it was by Chimaira. In these days, there was no easy access to music online. There were CDs and tapes. I mean, there was music online, but you had to wait like 8 or 9 hours for a 4 or 5 minute song. It was like 24 4K dial-up. So 12-year-old to 15-year-old me was pretty broke. And when I did finally get a few bucks in my pocket, I went to the store and I got Impossibility of Reason and Pass Out of Existence, their debut album. And I learned that song was Let Go. So after getting that CD in my CD player and playing out that song, I moved on to the other tracks, and the next one that really got my attention, that just made me jam, was Split. finally from that album, the song that changed everything and made me want to be metal, Severed. After listening to Pass Out of Existence for like 2 months straight, I finally got around to opening Impossibility of Reason. And lo and behold, it would have the album version of my favorite song from Chimaira, the one that just made me want to be a guitarist, Eyes of a Criminal. And last but not least, what Chimaira list would be complete without the most pumped up song I can think of, Pure Hatred. Thanks for joining me. This has been 5 songs and riffs that get me amped. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and leave me a thumbs up. And please leave in the comments, what is your favorite 5 Chimaira songs? I have been Independence Guitar. Have a great day, evening. Oh, and one more thing. If you are a Chimaira fan like me, Rob Arnold has his own channel where he's got Mark Hunter and the whole crew on all the time and goes over Chimaira songs and riffs and all the things you love. Go ahead and go subscribe to him because his channel is badass. He's got no qualms answering questions and doing the whole thing, man. He's a really awesome dude. So, yeah.